From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Thursday morning. A lot of weather to talk about as we have gusty winds coming back for Friday. The potential for more valley frost Friday night. Rain chances picking up Saturday night into Sunday. The wind's going to come back for Sunday. High temperatures staying put in the 50s and 60s. Right now you're taking a live look at Yakima. This view coming courtesy of Bimart. You see all the pretty city lights down below. Current temperatures this morning right around freezing in the lower Columbia Basin and for portions of the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. So especially in the Yakima Valley and the Basin, that's where we could see a little bit of frost for this morning. So maybe that would be good reason to head out the front door a few minutes earlier than normal. Your day planner forecast for this Thursday for lower elevations is going to be around 50 degrees at lunchtime. A lot of sunshine, but clouds starting to build. For the warmest part of the days, will end up around 60 degrees. So lots of moving parts to this forecast as we head into the weekend. I'll talk about it all coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, an update on the water rescue near Burbank. Crews have now recovered the missing kayaker, and we have what officials are saying about the investigation. And business owners are on alert after a costly theft, a central heating and air unit stolen straight off the property. And now they're reaching out and warning others of the effects this type of crime has on local businesses. And sometimes one single click can stop a tragedy. How one teen thousands of miles away helped prevent a potential school threat. All these stories and more is coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. It is Thursday, October 16th. We have a lot of news to get to, so we're going to start with the follow-up. And this on the water rescue efforts near Burbank. Authorities have confirmed the body of the missing kayaker has been found. The Walla Walla County Sheriff's Office says the Columbia Basin Dive Rescue Team located 19-year-old Justin Garcia Montez of Pasco. They located him yesterday evening, and this was after resuming search efforts earlier in the afternoon. Officials say detectives and the coroner have taken over the investigation into what caused the kayak to overturn, but at this time they don't believe that foul play was involved. This comes after an extensive search that began Tuesday afternoon. That's when police and firefighters from Walla Walla County, Franklin County, College Place, and Pasco all responded to a call from a kayaker in distress. Crews set up at multiple locations along Hanson Loop and Hood Park. They used boats and drones to search the river, and they were able to recover the overturned kayak, but not the missing person before yesterday. And now to a crime alert. A local business in Sunnyside is in need of your help, and it could come with a reward. Our Apple Valley News Now's Monique Garcia shares why local businesses in Sunnyside need to make sure their front doors aren't the only thing that's locked at the end of their day, but also securing their HVAC systems now.
Sylvia's professional tax service experienced a shocking loss when their central heating and air unit was stolen directly from the business property. According to owner Sylvia Ramos, it was an unexpected discovery early Monday when she noticed that the HVAC unit was missing. Surveillance footage shows the alleged theft occurred around 1 a.m. Sunday night.
It's really sad because it's really expensive to replace them. It used to be that you're able to purchase the parts, or at least the units. In this case, now they sell them by the kit. So I would have to replace the whole central heating and air units.
Although there were no cameras directly where the unit was located, a front camera caught the alleged suspect, a slim man wearing white tennis shoes, brown pants, and a black hoodie, wandering around her business. Ramos adds she thinks she knows the motive behind the theft.
The scrap yards do pay for copper, and it looks like that's one of the reasons why most thieves are looking is to make about $30 to $40 is what they would be getting with our basically destroyed unit and our stolen property.
Ramos says replacing the unit will set her back financially.
Now it's over $25,000 to replace, and I can tell you that because it's a large building, we'd have to replace the whole kit. Yes, the insurance will pay for it, but the deductibles are extremely high, so we're still out of pocket.
Ramos is urging other business owners to be vigilant.
I don't think that any business owner should go through this. Honestly, I feel like the business owners need to protect not only their acids inside, but outside. And I'm glad that you are out here because more businesses need to be aware of their AC units outside.
What was once an unthinkable experience for Ramos has prompted her to take additional security measures, including installing a new camera in the area and stepping up security for her new unit. Reporting from Sunnyside, Monique Garcia, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Monique. Now, if you think you know who stole her unit and if your tip leads to an arrest, Ramos says she's offering a $500,000 reward, or excuse me, $500 reward. Now, in Kennewick, sometimes all it takes is to be a hero is telling a family member when something seems wrong. And that was the case for the boy who helped stop the Kamiakin High School threat last month. Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz tells us about this young hero and how Kamiakin High School plans to say thank you.
We've been told that if you see a threat, to say something about it. But what would you do if that threat was 3,000 miles away? It's a question that a Florida boy named Ryan had to think about as he was scrolling TikTok one night in September. A video popped up on his For You page showing a color-coded map of a school with a plan for violence. And instead of scrolling past the video, he knew he needed someone else to take a look.
He was very disturbed by what he had seen, and he immediately showed his video to his older sister. Together, they brought it to me and my parents, to show us and to get our opinion on it. 14 minutes later at 11:44, we had given a call to the FBI Tampa.
At the time, Ryan's family had no idea where the school from the video was located. And after keeping in contact with the FBI, they learned the threat was made against Kamiakin High School in Kennewick, Washington, nearly 3,000 miles away from their home. Because Ryan's family called the FBI, Kennewick police were able to quickly make an arrest, leaving the Kamiakin community forever grateful. Bailey Vladimirov and Kara Harpster are the DECA president and vice president at Kamiakin High School. Their organization has been working to create a care package to send to Ryan's family as a thank you.
We thought that it would really be meaningful to Ryan and his family, and so we started pitching to other classes to write letters to Ryan's family, and then the officer team collectively has been working to create the care package.
The package will include lots of Kamiakin gear, including sweatshirts, blankets, and pennants. And in the box behind me, hundreds of these letters in an effort to say thank you. The pair say they've gotten a chance to read some of the letters, which were written by students and staff that have been unified by the situation.
A lot of people have expressed that their families are super grateful that they were protected by Ryan. And I also partook in the letter writing, and it was just kind of appreciative of the fact that he protected our entire school of over 2,000 people.
A month after his brother found the alarming video, Anthony says his family knew that alerting the FBI was the right thing to do. And he says that he just hopes that if the roles were reversed, someone from Kennewick, Washington would have done the same thing. Reporting from Kennewick, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
And the students say they plan to send the package once they're finished reading through letters and putting it all together. Now looking ahead today, reminder that this morning emergency officials across Benton and Franklin will be conducting their annual siren test. So between 10 in the morning and noon, you may hear multiple sirens and voice announcements near the Columbia Generating Station, also in nearby areas along the Columbia and Yakima rivers. Officials say there is no reason to be alarmed. This is only a test. You'll also hear an emergency alert system at 10:16 a.m. and also a code red notification will be sent to residents within 10 miles of the station. Again, no public action is needed. And coming up next, travelers beware. The ongoing government shutdown is hitting airports hard, leaving some flights delayed and staff unpaid. Coming up, we'll tell you what you need to know before your next trip. But first, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your first alert weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back.
If your bath has seen a lot of life, nobody gives it new life like Bath Fitter. Whatever shape your bath is in, Bath Fitter will transform it with an amazing number of styles and watertight walls that are grout-free and easy to clean. With 40 years of experience, Bath Fitter knows what people want. An affordable remodel that isn't just beautiful, it's guaranteed for life. When it's time to give your bath new life, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Prepare for a Friday night of tiny frights and little chills with Mid-Columbia Libraries. Enjoy activities, crafts, games, and more for the whole family, including a glow-in-the-dark K-pop dance party, a professional photo booth, and meet and greets with some of your favorite cartoon characters. Don't miss this spectacular event at Mid-Columbia Library's Kennewick branch on Friday, October 31st from 6 to 8 p.m. Visit midcolumbialibraries.org for details.
At Apple Valley News Now's Phase 3 Digital, we have the right message to grab attention and drive leads.
Plus, the local expertise to connect you with new customers. Wherever your market is, we'll get results to build your business. Phase 3 Digital. Contact us today.
At Consumer Reports,
we're testers.
This organization accepts no advertising or sponsorship.
Since 1936.
Testing dishwashers, TVs, cars, vacuums.
We buy directly from stores, just like you.
Making sure products are safe.
And that they last.
Because we're advocates.
Engineers and scientists. We're testers. We're Consumer Reports.
Join us.
Every day is a balancing act. With work, family, goals, all asking for more. It helps to have tools that meet you at every step and a team that will always be by your side. We're ICCU, a credit union that puts members' financial success first, one by one, year after year, for 85 years and counting. Now, we're here for you, Tri-Cities.
Starting this morning for 2 mornings, it's Stephen A. and GMA. This morning, Stephen A. Smith's talking football and everything else. Then tomorrow, guess who's co-hosting the second hour of GMA? Yes, it's Stephen A. on
Good Morning America.
Josh Colbert, First Alert Weather on Good Morning Northwest from Apple Valley News Now on your side. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today we're going to have mostly sunny skies. I'd say for most of us, could be a few more clouds in the lower Yakima Valley and also up in the mountains. High temperature is going to be similar to yesterday, maybe a smidge warmer, but low to mid 60s in general for lower elevations, 50s for the Cascades, 40s and 50s for the Blues. We're going to stay in that territory over the next 7 days. See the 7-day forecast highs for the Tri-Cities. A little bit warmer for Friday, still in the mid 60s, technically 1 degree warmer than normal for this time of the year, back down into the low to mid 60s for Saturday through Wednesday. And with that little drop off in temperatures from Friday to Saturday, we can attribute that to a cold front that is going to pick up wind gusts. So let's talk about those wind gusts. The main time frame going to be from 8 in the morning to 8 in the evening for tomorrow. The strongest wind gusts in the Kittitas Valley out of the north and west, peak gusts there up around 35 miles per hour. Okay, then the other thing we're tracking, so that's for the day into the evening for Friday. Then for Friday night into Saturday morning, more frost is going to be possible again for the Kittitas and Yakima Valleys. See those overnight lows going to drop down to right around freezing. That freezing threshold for water and water vapors, 32 degrees. We're going to be right around that for the valleys. So again, in this region, take those necessary steps to protect the outdoor pets, the plants, and the plumbing. Then as we head into the weekend, another storm system, this one bringing rain and winds once again. I'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. In consumer news this morning, the government shutdown is now stretching into its 3rd week, and more than 1 million federal workers are not getting paid. This includes TSA agents and FAA officials who still have to show up to work. But their union rep says many are calling out sick because of the financial strain. Also, the staffing shortage is leading to some flight delays. This morning, Jen Sullivan is explaining your passenger rights if you're stuck at the airport.
The ongoing government shutdown is causing staffing shortages at some airports across the country, and it's impacting travelers. Air traffic controllers and TSA agents are considered essential employees and are required to show up for work. But right now, they're not getting paid.
We missed 2 pay cycles, and that was traumatic.
Johnny Jones with the American Federation of Government Employees says workers are having to call out sick because they simply can't afford to come to work.
That's not what the gas station is going to take. That's not what the child care is going to take. And that's not what your mortgage company is going to take.
Under a current law, workers who are not getting paid will receive back pay. But President Donald Trump has said that may change. The FAA said at least 12 facilities didn't have enough air traffic controllers last Friday. Some of those impacted were in major metro areas like New York and Chicago.
Even if there's not an issue at your airport, if there is a flight coming into your airport or you have to wait for a flight, there could be a domino effect.
Expedia travel expert Melanie Fish says during the shutdown, passengers should try and book the earliest and direct flight to avoid delays. And it's important to know your rights as a passenger.
You have to be offered accommodations in certain cases. You have to be offered the option to get a refund in certain cases. You have to be offered options on another airline in certain cases.
If you do have to rebook your flight because of a delay or cancellation, Fish says it may be faster to do it online rather than stand in line to see an agent in person. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
And now all of this comes as the Senate once again failed to advance Republicans' stopgap funding bill in a 51-44 vote. This is now the 9th time the measure has been blocked. Senate Majority Leader John Thune says he plans to try again today, this time with an individual year-long appropriations bill to fund the Pentagon. Republicans still need 60 votes to move that plan forward and keep the government funded through late November. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we're checking back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert. He's going to have your full First Alert weather forecast. It's all coming up after the break.
Right now, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in.
Are we having the wool pulled over our eyes here?
Nope. And you get the latest phones.
High five.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, now part of T-Mobile.
Get this exceptional offer on select Cadillac models. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery, Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
At Apple Valley News Now's Phase 3 Digital, we have the right message to grab attention and drive leads with strategies for your business to grow brands across the streaming apps you know best.
Plus, we have the local expertise that connects you with new customers in Central Washington, Northern Oregon, and the world.
Wherever your market is, whoever your market is, we'll get results that matter and build your business.
Phase 3 Digital from Apple Valley News Now. We know digital. Contact us today.
Much to the delight of our customers, John Gray now brings you Gray's Pizza and Bar, your new favorite spot in Grandview for great foods and good times. Be sure to catch all the excitement on local high school game nights. We're open late for your after-game hangouts. And don't miss our Monday to Friday happy hour from 3 to 6 p.m. And Sundays, bring the football vibe with our happy hour all day long. Gray's Pizza and Bar, great deals, great eats right here in Grandview. Come see us today.
U.S. Cellular makes it easy to switch. Get $1,100 off any phone with no trade-in.
We don't even have to trade in our teeth?
Nope.
I almost lost this one.
Get $1,100 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, now part of T-Mobile.
Kraken, Senators. Coverage begins at 4 today on Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We'll see rain chances returning to our region for Saturday night into Sunday, and looks like it's likely going to peter out by the wee hours of the morning for Monday. So first, let's show you the culprit in the atmosphere, and it's going to be this cold front that's going to bear down on us from the Gulf of Alaska, and then eventually it's going to sweep across the state of Washington. So that's going to bring, of course, some rain chances, also some wind gusts, so we'll take it 1 point at a time. First, let's get a little bit of a closer look at that with our long-term version of Futurecast will put this into motion. And you see the rainfall bearing down on the Cascades around 5 p.m. on Saturday. Looks like the heaviest round is going to be Saturday night into Sunday. That's 5 in the morning for Sunday. Widespread rain across the region. Maybe a little bit drier during the day for lower elevations, but then perhaps another round pushing in for Sunday evening. I think after that, the overall trend is going to be drier, and come time for 5 in the morning on Monday, we should be mostly dry out there, maybe a few leftover showers for the Cascades. So here are the rainfall totals we're expecting from 5 p.m. on Saturday to 5 in the morning on Monday. Around 1.5 inches of rainfall for the Cascades, very beneficial stuff. You see for lower elevations, maybe 1/10 of an inch for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys, 0.1 to 0.2 for the basin, 0.2 to 0.3 inches for the foothills, and around 1/2 inch of water for the Blue Mountains. Okay, after Sunday, looking a lot drier out there. So it kind of looks like a one and done deal with the rainfall for Sunday. But speaking of Sunday, not just wet, also windy, 20 to 35 mile per hour gusts across the region. And unlike with Friday, this time the strongest gusts going to be in the lower Columbia Basin and the Blue Foothills. Okay, here is the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Mostly sunny skies with low to mid 60s through Saturday, then rain likely for Sunday. In Yakima, dry through the first half of the weekend, then a 50-50 chance of rain during the day on Sunday. For Ellensburg, winds picking up for Friday, and it looks as if Sunday could be a little bit windy as well. For Hermiston, nice fall weather over the next few days, then a wet and windy Sunday. And then for Walla Walla, sunny and cool through Saturday, rain likely Sunday, then a leftover shower possible Monday.
I'm still not over how we didn't get enough 70s. We just went straight into the cold.
Yeah, went from like 80s,
yeah,
60s.
And then all of a sudden I look up and it's 28 degrees outside, or 32.
Hey, life and the
life
weather sometimes come at you fast.
And that
right?
weather will hit you in the face.
Yeah,
It'll wake you up at least. All right, keep it here, because coming up next, we're talking sci-fi and some classic rock. A fan favorite animated film is coming back just in time for Halloween. Plus, we'll have an inside look at the world of Avatar and Sammy Hagar hitting all the right notes in Vegas. All of that's coming up in your entertainment news after the break.
This week is the perfect time to upgrade your home at Walker's Furniture.
We're doubling the savings on beautiful new sofa and love seat combinations, stylish new bedroom sets, and the best selection of top name brand mattress sets.
It's all on sale this week, and you can multiply your savings with a sales tax discount or take advantage of 5 years no interest financing with no money down and no minimum purchase required.
Get it today and pay over time.
This week at Walker's Furniture.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
At Apple Valley News Now's Phase 3 Digital, we have the right message to grab attention and drive leads with strategies for your business to grow brands across the streaming apps you know best.
Plus, we have the local expertise that connects you with new customers in Central Washington, Northern Oregon, and the world.
Wherever your market is, whoever your market is, we'll get results that matter and build your business.
Phase 3 Digital from Apple Valley News Now. We know digital. Contact us today. Apple Valley News Now's Young Hearts, sponsored by Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, proudly awards Isabella of Pasco a new bicycle for being a community role model. Click Bikes for Tykes at applevalleynewsnow.com to find out more.
All October long, bring a non-perishable food donation to a McCurley dealership or find a specially packed food donation bag at any local Yolks Fresh market. You are driving change in our community. That's what makes home, home.
Tired of paying more and getting less? Me too. That's better.
I had a Sprite.
My bad. Sorry, shrinkflation. Bigger drink cups are back.
Welcome to Talk in the Box.
Early warnings, accurate forecasts.
Apple Valley News Now, first alert weather.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Turning to the world of entertainment, if you're looking for something fun to get you in the Halloween spirit, you might want to warm up those vocal cords. A major animated hit is returning to theaters, and this time fans can sing along.
Plus, we've got a peek behind the scenes of Avatar and a new live album from a rock legend. So here's Douglas Hyde with your Hollywood Minute.
A sing-along version of K-pop Demon Hunters is returning to the big screen for Halloween. The hugely popular animated film is back in theaters on a limited run from October 31st to November 2nd. It's Netflix's most watched movie ever, and the streamer has created lyric videos just in case fans want to practice first at home.
Nothing is ever easy, but we learned so much, and that's why we wanted to give you a glimpse into the spirit of the making of the film.
Want a deep dive into the making of a blockbuster? James Cameron leads the way in Fire and Water, making the Avatar films. The new two-part documentary gives a behind-the-scenes look at Avatar: The Way of Water and a sneak peek at the upcoming Avatar: Fire and Ash. Fire and Water debuts on Disney Plus November 7th.
Tune in to what tonight has got to offer. Listen, we may never be here again.
Sammy Hagar's new live album was recorded this year during his residency at Las Vegas's Park MGM. The veteran rocker performed more Van Halen songs there than he has in decades. Hagar says he and bandmate Michael Anthony figured it was time.
Once Eddie died and Alex said he sold all his equipment, it was like, okay, there's never going to be a Van Halen reunion, and that's done. So Mike and I just looked at each other, high-fived, and said, let's go out and do it. And oh, it's such a pleasure singing 5150, Summer Nights.
In Hollywood, I'm Douglas Hyde.
Okay, you said that's convincing you to watch K-pop Demon Hunters?
Yeah, the animation reminds me so much of Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
And the soundtrack sounds good, so I'm getting convinced.
I'm obsessed. I think I've seen it 3 times, and the songs are good, and I don't know, the message behind it. It's a lot like my romantasy books that I read, so that was right up my alley. So watch it.
Let's make it a 4th.
Yes. Yeah. All right, keep it here because coming up next, Warm Hearts and Warm Feet as a local sock drive is helping those in need across the Tri-Cities. We'll let you know how you can get involved. Plus, after 16 years on the road, one local trooper is shifting gears into a new role. We'll have where WSP trooper Daniel Mosqueda is heading. It's all coming up in our next half hour, but first we're going to check out your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Apple's new Pro products, the new MacBook Pro, iPad Pro, and Vision Pro headset are all powered by Apple's updated M5 chip that Apple says has 4 times the computing power of its previous version. They go on sale next week. Microsoft's new handheld gaming system launches today. The Xbox Ally and the more powerful Ally X have a 7-inch screen and run Windows 11, allowing users to play PC games on the go. Reviewers are praising their performance, but say there are a few software issues to work out. And finally, a new Roku update with AI-powered voice control and enhanced search features. You can ask contextual questions like how scary a movie is, and the answers will appear on the screen. Users will also get more accurate information when it comes to choosing a streaming platform. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
Airwick's cordless essential mist diffuser's perfectly portable fragrance is for the type of person who's always inviting friends to come on over, babe. With adjustable fragrance levels and a wide range of quick change scents, Airwick Essential Mist creates an inviting ambiance every time you host. So you're always ready for anyone to come on over, baby. Airwick, always fragrant, always inviting.
Dulcolax.
Good morning. Hey. Good morning.
New Dulcolax Liquid Gel with Liquid Core reactivates your natural gut rhythm overnight for relief that feels amazing. New Dulcolax Liquid Gel.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, Josh, it's been cold, it's been a little wet this past week, and it's been windy.
Yes.
Give me some like sunny skies.
Oh, well,
warmer weather.
It's going to be sunny today. It's going to be mostly sunny tomorrow. But all the things you're talking about, the rain, the winds, and it's going to be a little bit brisk during the mornings as well. But all those are going to converge for this weekend.
A little bit of everything. So
yeah,
I'll take it.
Good indoors weekend, especially for Sunday. Okay, here are the big weather stories. Gusty weather returning for Friday. We'll have more of that for Sunday. More valley frost is going to be possible for tomorrow night. Rain chances picking up Saturday night into Sunday. We talked about the winds coming back for Sunday, and then high temperatures staying put for lower elevations, staying in the 50s and 60s. Right now, you're taking a live look at Richland. This view coming courtesy of the Legends Casino and Hotel. Yesterday morning, we were able to see frost on the rooftops of these. I'm pretty sure this is an apartment complex here. So once we get enough daylight, it'll be interesting to see if there's more frost on top of said roof. Okay, this morning, right around freezing in the lower Columbia Basin and for the Yakima Valley. So there's good reason to believe there could be frost there. In the Kittitas Valley, just not enough moisture to see any of that for this morning. But it is definitely cold as it's 28 degrees there. Your hourly forecast for this Thursday for the Tri-Cities, a lot of sunshine up until the late afternoon to early evening. That's when clouds starting to pick up. A little bit warmer for today, mid 60s as opposed to low 60s. But all of us in general are going to be in the low to mid 60s. And we'll subtly warm things up for tomorrow. We'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Starting off this half hour, talking about a longtime Tri-Cities resident. He spent more than a decade keeping Eastern Washington roads safe, also helping build bridges between law enforcement and the community. We're talking about Washington State Patrol Trooper Daniel Mosqueda. He's a 16-year veteran whose work goes far beyond traffic stops, and he's now got a new role, and our very own Dan Hansen has more.
For Trooper Daniel Mosqueda, every stop is a chance to make a difference. He spent 16 years with the Washington State Patrol, and for him, this region is home.
I wanted to kind of give back to my community as well. So as soon as I graduated Trooper Basic, I took a transfer back to the east side of the state, which landed me in Sunnyside. And I worked there for a couple years before ultimately transferring back home to the Tri-Cities.
Mosqueda's career began with a passion for public service. After earning his criminal justice degree from Columbia Basin College, he joined WSP. He's also led the El Protector program, a community outreach effort focused on traffic safety and building trust with Latino and Spanish-speaking residents.
Sometimes you wonder, like, what's the meaning behind the badge, right? Well, of course, you grow up and you realize it's not all about the badge. It's more than that. It's about the community you serve.
Mosqueda recently passed the torch to Trooper Carlos Mata.
I'm really excited to see the changes that Trooper Carlos Mata is going to bring to the program, but I have no doubt he's going to do a great job with the program.
Now, Mosqueda is stepping into a new role, Public Information Officer.
Having that direct line of communication, because ultimately you guys will reach our community members, keep them informed, and actually keep them safe so they can avoid the area if it's something that's dangerous.
After 16 years on the road, his mission hasn't changed: to protect, educate, and connect with the people who make this community home. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Dan. Now, Trooper Mosqueda says his new role as Public Information Officer will allow him to continue what he's most passionate about, which is strengthening relationships between law enforcement and the communities. Talking local living now, the new executive director of the Columbia Basin Veterans Center in Pasco addressed the city council Tuesday night, where the focus was on veteran suicide. In the last 5 years, locally, 20 veterans have fallen victim to suicide. That's why the nonprofit is launching its Veteran Suicide Awareness Yard Sign program. And we have just learned that this year the signs will also be placed on a number of Ben Franklin transit buses. The American Legion has also donated $1,000 to help pay for the signs, which are free for anyone to place in their yard.
We really talk about veteran suicide, making sure that the veterans in this community know where to find help if they need it, but even before they need help, that there's someone there that knows what they're going through and standing with them. But we want to give these signs away to our community, and you can pick them up. People already started putting them up and all around. Matter of fact, Benton Franklin will have this on the side of the buses, which is so incredible.
The director also spoke to the city about a number of new monthly events the center is now hosting. And as for the signs, they will be placed throughout the community, each one representing the lives of vets lost to suicide every day. And you can pick up your sign right now at the Columbia Basin Vet Center in Pasco. The signs will be displayed leading up to Vets Day, which is on November 11th. Looking to Kennewick now, Lutheran Community Services Northwest is expanding to better serve youth and families in the Tri-Cities. The nonprofit announced plans to move into a new 38,000 square foot facility at the former Amazon building on West Canal Drive. The move will consolidate operations from 2 older locations into one modern trauma-informed space.
We have been tight on space for quite some time, and that has hindered our ability to grow our programs and serve more youth and families here in Kennewick. So with the new space and with the ability to grow programs, that will allow us to serve more youth and families who have such need here in our community.
Renovations on the new building are expected to begin next November, which staff are moving in by August of 2026. Lutheran Community Services is also seeking community support and grant funding to help complete the project. The organization has provided mental and behavioral health services in Benton and Franklin counties for more than 6 decades. Making a difference this morning, a local effort is warming hearts and feet all across the Tri-Cities. A community sock drive is underway, aiming to bring comfort to those in need. At-home staffing is presenting the annual Caroline Valdez Socks for the Soul Drive. It'll be running now through November 11th, and organizers say there's nothing like a new pair of socks, especially for those facing hardship. Donations will go to organizations including the Tri-City Union Gospel Mission and other local nonprofits. Multiple drop-off locations are available all across Richland, West Richland, Kennewick, and Pasco. That includes city halls, libraries, banks, and local businesses.
Doing this in honor of my grandmother, who used to give socks every year to us for Christmas, and she had a ton of kids and a ton of grandkids, and it was just something that we always looked forward to. And she would always say, you know, there's nothing like a new pair of socks. And when she passed, we really missed that. It's touching to me that we get to share that with everybody else.
And the goal this year is to collect 5,000 socks. For a full list of drop-off locations, just head to our website. That's applevalleynewsnow.com. Also, a new lodge in Prosser is nearing completion, and it's designed to serve disabled veterans looking for peace and healing in the outdoors. The lodge, which sits on a veterans ranch off of Case Road in Prosser, was started by the group Friends of Disabled Veterans as a place where vets can stay and heal at no cost. Now, construction is wrapping up on the new 40 by 60 lodge and learning center as well, and this is built to accommodate veterans with all kinds of disabilities. The new facility will expand the group's programs, which already include a 3.2-mile walking trail, also an archery range built with help from community donations and a grant from Giza Credit Union.
The 40 by 60 Lodge and Learning Center will create an environment where families and veterans can come up and they can just go on the 3.2-mile walking trails, or they can bingo or whatever they want to do.
And Moore says once the lodge opens, he expects the ranch to serve up to 5,000 vets a year, and it offers a safe space for connection, rest, and healing. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, a small-town tamale shop got a big-time visit from the Seattle Seahawks this week. We'll show you how football, food, and community all came together for one unforgettable event. All the
satellite. Mission Control, do you copy? Are we ready for it?
Dear Savvy, who says you can't have it all? You've got the tech. You've got the drive. And now you've got Toyota value.
Right now, you can lease a stylish new 2025 Camry for just $339 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
we wanted to switch to T-Mobile to make sure that we have better coverage.
T-Mobile is now the best network. And with T-Satellite, we're connecting millions of people in places no carrier tower can reach.
I signed up for T-Satellite to give me peace of mind as a mom that makes life better knowing that it's there when we need it.
Upgrade to the best network. Right now, T-Mobile will pay off 4 phones up to $3,200. Plus, hook you up with 4 new phones on us. Switch today.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,300 off on a new Daikin Fit system, plus free thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
Lifetime Dental is committed to providing the best dental care in the Tri-Cities by treating patients like family, as well as providing a healthy work-life balance for the team. Hear what their doctors have to say.
I think developing that relationship with a patient is where you get the trust. And then with the trust is when you can really kind of build on these treatment plans and provide the best care for them so that the outcome is most predictable and that they're the most satisfied. I think my passion kind of more stems from the problem-solving aspect of dentistry. So I really like getting complex patients that need a lot of different needs and kind of figuring out a plan that incorporates like good dentistry to kind of solve their problems. I think I just get that emotional recharge from just kind of spending quality time with family. So my 2 girls and then my wife. So we try and get out of the house and get up in the mountains or go to the beach and just kind of do quality things together. And that's kind of where I get my most recharge from, for sure.
Lifetime Dental Care, located at Queensgate, voted best dentist in the Tri-Cities 9 times.
Starting this morning for 2 mornings, it's Stephen A. and GMA. This morning, Stephen A. Smith's talking football and everything else. Then tomorrow, guess who's co-hosting the second hour of GMA? Yes, it's Stephen A. on
Good Morning America.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today we're going to be about 5 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year. A lot of sunshine and a little bit breezy out there for some of us. Pay attention where those breezy icons are. But high temperatures in the low 60s for the Kittitas Valley, going to be in the low to mid 60s for the Yakima Valley. Then for the lower Columbia Basin, mid 60s, a little bit breezy here as well. And then for the Blue Foothills, also breezy here with high temperatures in the low to mid 60s, then 50s and 60s for the highest elevations of the Blue Mountains. High temperatures going to stay put in this territory over the next 7 days, 50s and 60s. So in the Tri-Cities, we'll end up a little bit warmer for Friday, about 1 degree, technically 1 degree warmer than normal for this time of the year. Then after that, just low to mid 60s. And that drop off in temperatures from Friday to Saturday, we can account a cold front for that. So that is why the wind gusts are going to be picking up for Friday, specifically from 8 in the morning to 8 in the evening. The fastest wind gusts going to be in the Kittitas Valley as those winds will shoot down the mountain gap, peak gust around 35 miles per hour. Okay, then for Friday night, so that was during the day, afternoon, and evening for Friday. Then for Friday night and into Saturday morning, more frost is going to be possible for the Kittitas and Yakima Valleys. See, those overnight lows going to be right around 32 degrees. So once again, take those steps to protect the outdoor pets, the plants, and the plumbing. And the good news is that low temperatures going to be a little bit warmer after that, so the frost potential will go down. But the rain chances going up for the weekend. I'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
All right, talking sports now. The Seattle Seahawks made a stop in Union Gap to visit Los Hernandez Tamales as part of their happy hour with the Seahawks series.
Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable joined the line of fans waiting for their food and pictures.
Selected as one of 2 stops for happy hour with the Seahawks, Los Hernandez Tamales is a local staple in Union Gap. Opened in 1990, the restaurant has gotten international recognition, winning the James Beard Award in 2018. The only Eastern Washington restaurant to ever win the award. But for owner Felipe Hernandez, he wants to promote more than just his restaurant.
You know, we're glad they're here for the benefit of the community of Union Gap and, of course, Central Washington. And that's what we want to, ourselves, we want to promote the culture and Central Washington as a whole, not just us.
The group traveling with the Seahawks included former fullback Max Strong, Seattle's mascot Blitz, and Seahawks dancers for a meet and greet with the fans. Max Strong was the perfect player to come to Los Hernandez, a player that knows firsthand just how good their tamales are.
Yeah, the owner here is phenomenal. And just to know that his tamales are just worldwide famous, known all over the world. Like people from Japan and from France are asking for his food. And I think that's, especially for a small town like this, I think that's something special. So just grateful that he's a fan. He's a Seattle Seahawks fan, and I'm glad to be here.
In partnership with Intentionalist, the Seahawks are celebrating Hispanic-owned local businesses during Hispanic Heritage Month. Their goal is to put a spotlight on restaurants in Washington outside of the city of Seattle.
Clearly the community knows it, it's very popular, and what they do is incredible. So it's not only about amplification of the business to bring more business in, but it's also to bring visibility to the fact that this business exists and also to tell their story.
It also gave Seahawks fans memories they will never forget.
I was happy to finally meet one of the players, or a legend actually, and see the mascot himself. It was pretty exciting. Having him come over here for just this event was actually insane.
Taking pictures with the Seahawks and receiving autographs, fans went home happy because of football and the food. In Union Gap, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
And Union Gap was the second and final stop on the trip for the Seahawks.
They first visited My Little Restaurant in Sela. And even if you're not like a football fan like you per se,
that is so sweet.
It brings, around this time of the year, it brings us so much community. We need more community, and that just puts a smile on my face.
Yeah, that's a great series. I love it. All right, keep it here because coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we've got your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door. And Josh is back with your full first alert weather forecast. He's going to be talking rain, I believe. Oh, goodness.
And some winds as well.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
Right now, U.S. Cellular makes it easy to switch and get $1,100 off any phone with no trade-in.
No trade-in? But we're willing to trade in our teeth.
Nope, you don't have to trade your teeth in or an old phone.
I like that.
Yeah, your parents get an amazing deal.
I almost lost this one.
Yeah, you get to leave your tooth under your pillow.
For me, it's Tooth Fairy time.
Get $1,100 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, now part of T-Mobile.
Want your home or business to remain clean? Here to meet all your janitorial needs, R&S Janitorial Services. They have serviced the Valley for over 20 years, specialized in cleaning all offices and businesses to warehouses, commercial buildings, and more. R&S keeps the inside of your business or workplace clean and professional at all times. You keep doing what you do best and let R&S do the rest. Call R&S Janitorial Services at 509-840-7100 today.
Designed to impress, engineered to perform. Shop GE Appliances at Fred's Appliance. Save big on all GE appliances, from dishwashers to ranges, fridges to ovens, and even laundry. You won't find sales like this unless you shop locally. Like this new induction range model, only $11.99. Stop in to explore GE at Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances, only appliances.
What's more powerful than an unexpected storm? Insurance that helps clean it up. Western National Insurance. That's the power of nice.
I'm a real wild one.
Some days are the fun days. The days you get to go wild. Which makes the Ford Ranger perfect for you. Made to haul. Made for the trail. And made for any wild idea you've got. Get a wild deal on a Ranger today. Lease a 2025 Ford Ranger Super Crew 4x4 for just $279 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Wendy Redmond, Austin Reed, Stacy Lee Weather, Apple Valley News Now. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and show you the atmospheric lay of the land as we head into the weekend. And you'll see this cold front that's going to develop in the Gulf of Alaska, and then it'll bear down on our state as we head into late Saturday and Sunday. Looks like we should be a lot calmer by Monday morning, but this is going to do a couple things to our weather. It's going to make us wetter, and it's going to make us windier. So let's take it 1 point at a time. First of all, rain chances are going to return from 5 p.m. on Saturday to likely petering out by 5 in the morning for Monday. We put this into motion with Futurecast radar. See 5 p.m. on Saturday, rainfall bearing down on the Cascades. Then come time for 5 in the morning on Sunday, widespread wet weather out there. And then a little bit drier for the day on Sunday, but then perhaps another round of some wet weather impacting us into the later afternoon to early evening. But I'm thinking during the late evening and into the wee hours of the morning on Monday should be much drier out there. Here's some of the rainfall totals we're expecting from 5 p.m. on Saturday to 5 in the morning on Monday. Around 1 inch to 1.5 inches of rainfall for the Cascades. Very beneficial stuff there. For lower elevations, not as much. Around 1/10 of an inch for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. 0.1 to 0.2 inches for the Basin. 0.2 to 0.3 for the Blue Foothills. And around 1/2 inch for the Blue Mountains. This really looks like it's going to be a quick hitting storm system because after that, no rain chances in the forecast. All right, here's point number 2 for the weekend. Wind gusts picking up once again for Sunday, 20 to 35 mile per hour gusts across the region. This time looks like the strongest wind gusts going to be in the Basin and for the foothills, as those strongest gusts going to be around 35 miles per hour. Definitely not the windiest storm system we've seen, but with the rain cooled air, it's going to feel brisk out there. Here is the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Mostly sunny skies with low to mid-60s through Saturday, then rain likely for Sunday. In Yakima, dry through the first half of the weekend, then a 50-50 chance of rain during the day on Sunday. In Ellensburg, winds picking up for Friday, and looks as if Sunday could be a little bit windy as well. In Hermiston, nice fall weather over the next few days, then a wet and windy Sunday. And finally for Walla Walla, sunny and cool through Saturday, rain likely Sunday, then a leftover shower possible for Monday.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is 5:51. It's time for your morning sprint. We start with your top 5 local stories that you need to know this morning. First up, authorities have confirmed the body of the missing kayaker has been found. This comes after a 2-day search near Burbank. The body was found yesterday and has been identified as 19-year-old Justin Garcia Montez of Pasco. Dive teams with Columbia Basin Dive Rescue located him in the same area crews had initially searched on Tuesday, and this comes after a distressed call from the kayaker. Officials say foul play is not suspected, and detectives are continuing to investigate the exact cause of death. And a teen thousands of miles away in Florida helped stop a potential threat at a Kennewick school. The teen noticed a video online showing a violent plan against the school. He immediately told his family, and they contacted the FBI. Investigators traced the threat to Kamiakin High School in Kennewick. And thanks to his actions, local police were able to make an arrest, and the Kamiakin community is now sending a care package and hundreds of thank you letters to the teen and his family. The Columbia Basin Veterans Center in Pasco is launching a yard sign campaign, and this is to highlight veteran suicide. It's an issue that's claimed the lives of 20 local vets in the past 5 years. This year, the signs will also be on Ben Franklin transit buses, and the center is hosting new monthly events, and the signs are free to the public. Signs will be out leading up to Vets Day on November 11th. Caroline Valdez's Socks for the Soul, which is presented by At Home Staffing, is now collecting new socks for those in need. This will go to local nonprofits like the Tri-City Union Gospel Mission, and the drive runs through November 11th, and the goal is to collect 5,000 pairs. Donations can be dropped off at locations throughout the Tri-Cities. This includes city halls, libraries, banks, and local businesses. Also, a reminder, officials from Benton and Franklin counties, Energy Northwest, and the Department of Energy is holding their annual siren test today. This is between 10 this morning and noon, so sirens and voice messages will sound near the Columbia Generating Station and also along the Columbia and Yakima rivers. Again, this is only a test. An additional emergency alert system test is set for 10:16, and code red alerts will go out to those within 10 miles of the station. Turning now to your national headlines, the U.S. Supreme Court heard oral arguments Wednesday in a case that could significantly affect how the Voting Rights Act is applied nationwide. The case centers on Louisiana's congressional map, which added a second majority black district following the 2020 census. That change came after a lower court found the previous map likely violated the 1965 Voting Rights Act. While the case specifically concerns Louisiana, the court's decision could have far-reaching effects on redistricting across the country, also potentially influence the balance of power in the U.S. House in future elections. In your health headlines this morning, it's that time of year, and we aren't talking about fall. We're talking about respiratory virus season. And this is when the threat of viruses like COVID-19, influenza, or RSV looms all across the country. The CDC expects a similar number of peak hospitalizations this season as many as last. And aside from vaccines, other preventative measures we've all heard still stand against respiratory viruses. That includes frequent hand washing or hand sanitizing. And talking sports, the Seattle Mariners faced off against the Toronto Blue Jays last night. The Mariners jumped out to an early lead thanks to a 2-run homer in the first, but things quickly unraveled from there. Toronto's bats came alive in the third inning, scoring 5 runs to erase Seattle's advantage and take control of the game. The Blue Jays kept piling on with a string of long balls, 5 home runs in total, as the Mariners pitching staff struggled to contain the surge. When it was over, Seattle fell 13-4, dropping Game 3 and missing the chance to complete the sweep. Trending now this morning, a 60-year-old man from Auckland, New Zealand has been reaffirmed as the holder of the world's longest name.
So for everyday use, he goes by Lawrence Alon Aloy Watkins.
Okay.
So that's the short version. His full name has more than 2,200 words, which he's about to pronounce right now.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so it takes 20 minutes to recite. We don't have that time, and it also fills 7 pages on his birth certificate. What were his parents doing? Okay, well, Watkins was born in 1965 and applied for the gargantuan name change, in 1990. He did this. So he had to sue the government to get the name approved.
The parents said, don't rope us into this. Watkins got his original Guinness World Record certificate for the world's longest Christian name in 1992. The name tallied 2,310 words. And there truly is a world record for everything.
Yeah, and he made his own, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like how many times can you pick up and put down a coffee mug? 1, 2, 3. So there's the new record right there, 3.
At least for right here.
At least for right here,
I don't think we've done, not more than 3. All right, well. Okay, we'll keep it here because we've got more coming up in our 6 o'clock hour. We're talking about a tranquil retreat for local veterans, and it's getting a big upgrade. And it could also help thousands each year. We'll take you inside the Friends of Disabled Veterans group to hear about the impact that they're making. Plus, what looks like a famous Chicago rat hole may not be what everyone thought. Scientists say the viral imprint could have a surprising new culprit. That update that's driving everybody nuts is coming up in our 6 o'clock hour. And this weather is kind of driving some people nuts. Not really. I think
it's driving you nuts in particular.
Not really.
No world records being broken with our weather over the weekend, but we will have rain, we will have wind, so I'll talk about both those things coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.